What is going on, guys? Rewinds here, and in this video I'm going to be bringing you guys some major spoilers for Boruto 2 Blue Vortex Manga chapter number 12. So pretty much this is going to be a full spoiler video, and I'm going to be going into this mostly blind. I have been spoiled already on a couple major things, but there's still a bunch of stuff here that I don't necessarily know the context of yet, so I'm going to react to it as we go. Shout out to Ryan 2 Blue Vortex for the summary that I'm about to show, and then after that I'm going to switch over to another page. Shout out to Howl for some other info I'm going to get for the rest of this video, so shout out to both of them. But let's get started and talk about what's kind of going on. So we do have a Sumire solo cover page here for chapter 12, so that's, I think, the first thing to point out. So if you were wondering what the cover is and who's on there, another solo cover, and this time it's Sumire. So there's that. So we got a full summary over here for chapter 12, and that's what we're going to be talking about here first. I am going to show a couple of panels if you guys are interested more in the second half of the video. So if you're interested in just that, you can cut ahead. But trying not to show too much of that, because if you're new to the channel, just know that they're very big on copywriting people about stuff like that. So I try being careful with it as much as I can. But that's why we're going to be going over the summary first, and then we're going to go into the other stuff. But there were a couple sneak peek images that came out. Pretty much this is the Boruto versus Hidari fight going on, and I'm pretty sure Sarada and Konohamaru are involved in this as well. But here we go into the actual summary here, and it tells us that chapter 12 is titled Thornball. So this chapter kicks off by Boruto arriving to the scene where the last chapter ended, and he starts the chapter off by asking Konohamaru to take care of Himawari. So, I believe this is the first interaction Boruto and Konohamaru have had since the 2 Blue Vortex timescape. Maybe second, but I feel like it's the first. Correct me if I'm wrong. But Hidari attacks Boruto by turning his left hand into some scythe. Boruto blocked with his sword and uses a new move, Futon Topa, which is Wind Element Breakthrough, to push Hidari. So this is very similar, I believe, to the attack that Boruto used on Naruto that one time when he was making that sacrifice to propel Naruto away. I'm pretty sure this is very similar to that, so I don't know if this is a new move, but could be. Hidari then vanishes using his claw mark. In the sky, we have Kawaki floating, and he comments that Boruto vanished using some time and space jutsu, so he's in the location where Team 10 and the enemy first fought. While watching Jura from above, Delta asked the Sensory team for Himawari's whereabouts. Sensory informed her about the condition, Team 10 being heavily injured, and went in the new town area, while Himawari is now with Sarada, Konohamaru, and Boruto. Delta ended up passing this info on to Kawaki and asks what he will do. Kawaki is curious why Jura is still standing there, or why he's just standing there and doing nothing. So this is interesting too. Jura's not making a move, so it seems like the focus, based off how this is going, is Hidari's going to step up and Jura's just observing at the moment. Back to Konoha, Konohamaru asks what is Boruto trying to do? He is hated in the village, and does he know his situation here? So, I mean, of course, as everyone else, Konohamaru is affected by the whole jutsu of the history rewrite by Ida. So, of course, he sees him in the Kawaki role, not in the original Boruto role. Sarada stopped and assured him that without Boruto's help, she's probably done for. Konohamaru warns Boruto that the enemy can control the claw mark freely. Boruto ordered the sensory team near him to focus to the claw mark near the area and not to miss any chakra movement. So this is funny. Boruto's, giving out orders despite being the quote-unquote traitor at the moment, but just shows you the situation they're in. Scrolling down a little bit, so it says the sensory didn't like how he as a traitor ordered him around like a boss. So there's that. Sumire tells Boruto that Hidari is after Sarada because Hidari kept focusing after her, even with Konohamaru being close range near him. So that's from the last chapter when Konohamaru attacked. Although Hidari did attack Konohamaru, he kept his focus on Sarada because, they're trying to make that connection that Sarada's the main target. Sarada added that the enemy is trying to devour her. She noticed that with every jutsu Hidari had, he is probably related with her dad that turned into tree. So now that realization's really hit that Sasuke might have, come back in this kind of form at the moment. Konohamaru caught that and asked if that's related with what also happened to Moegi. It also says Emogi here. I'm not sure, is that like an alternate name? I actually have not heard that one before, believe it or not. Generally I know if there's like a, separate name, but I don't think I've heard that one. Boruto explained that those beings are born from Sasuke's chakra, but they don't have to hold back against them and only focus on how to defeat them. After all, that's the only way to save Sasuke. Konohamaru asks what's that mean and how Boruto got this information. Boruto replied for him to be cautious or they'll get killed. The sensory team inform that there's chakra movement in the claw mark. Boruto asks where's the direction, but he doesn't know, and suddenly the claw grimes appeared from the mark near them. Boruto told Sarada to open attack against Hidari while he will try to reduce the enemy's number. So we're getting a little bit of shine for Sarada over here, it seems like, while Boruto is taking care of like the grunts. Konohamaru asks Sumire to stay away from Boruto and Sarada. I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty surprised to see how many Konohamaru interactions we're getting here, because there's some times where it feels like he's really getting sidelined, but it seems like Sarada and Konohamaru are pretty involved in this chapter, along with Boruto, of course, main character. It says Boruto and Sarada attack the Claw Grimes. Suddenly Hidari appears from Mark and Claw Grimes' belly and grabs Sarada. Also, another thing I want to say, Sumire was also on the cover of the chapter, so maybe she does something big this chapter. Maybe. We'll see. But yeah, Hidari just grabs Sarada, and Boruto hits the back of that grime with the shuriken and teleports behind them. He hit Hidari with the Rasengan from behind, and then he retreated to his base. So this is actually crazy because I have seen a panel of this one. This is very Minato-esque. He literally attacks Hidari in the same way Minato attacked Obito, which is sick in my opinion. Pretty cool stuff. The wound Hidari got is recovered by the tree, and he appears again and made more claw marks around Boruto and Sarada. Sarada suggests for Boruto to fly so she can try to lure Hidari out from the land so he can hit him again with the Rasengan. Boruto said he won't fly because he'll finish Hidari with Uzuhiko. Boruto explained to her how Uzuhiko and telling her it's a new Rasengan using planetary chakra. So pretty much explains the jutsu. Sarada asks Boruto if Hidari can be beaten with that and won't escape again to Claw Mark. Boruto assures her that with the Uzuhiko he possibly can finish him off in one swoop, and that move doesn't have any power limitation. It's honestly crazy how OP that jutsu is, guys. I wonder what kind of limitations can be put on that. But to do that, he needs time to gather planetary chakra, so he must be on the land to gather it directly, which means he needs time and can't fly. So there you go, there's a little stipulation. A hand appears from the mark behind Boruto. Konohamaru jumps and attacks it with the Rasen Shohiki, which is the Wind Spear wall, the hand retreat. So Konohamaru makes a save over here. Boruto asks why he came to save him, not watching over Himawari. Konohamaru replied that he himself would choose which is priority, and if Boruto wants to complain, he should have used the time to complete his Uzuhiko. Hey, now he's talking like a sensei again. So, there you go. Hidari appears again from the mark behind Sarada and grabs her, but Sarada uses Chidori Nagashi, which is the Chidori Flow, and the other name is the Chidori Stream, to shock him and take him out from the mark and throw him towards Boruto. She asks if the preparation is complete. So we're nearing the end of the full spoiler, well, at least the summary portion of it right now. But it says, Boruto replied that it's not completely over yet, but he can't miss the timing. Boruto hit Hidari with the Uzuhiko. The damage is so big that only Hidari's head and left hand remains. Suddenly Kawaki appears and finishes him off. From the remaining, some thorny fruit with Rinnegan appears and Boruto grabs it. So Hidari is done. Just like that, Hidari is taken out. Kawaki came in and stole the kill, but Boruto did a lot of the major work. But there's one thing, I really like about Kawaki, and that's, for example, he doesn't mess around with this stuff. He is business. He doesn't toy with his opponents. When he sees someone that's a threat, he does take him out. So respect him for taking care of that, even though he took Boruto's kill. But yeah, so it seems like a chakra fruit came out. So this is very Otsutsuki like. I kind of have an idea where we're headed now, but let's see. Boruto then asked Kashin Koji to confirm about the fruit he holds. Kashin Koji confirmed it and said that it looks like what he saw. It's a thorn ball. So that connects to the chapter title. Just when Boruto had the confirmation, Kawaki holds him and asks for more explanation about it. Boruto explains that the ball he holds is crucial to save Sasuke and asks Kawaki to lay down his hand or he'll break his hand. Oof, big threat. Are we about to get another fight here between these two? Kawaki asked Boruto where he asked that information when suddenly something hit Boruto's chest. So it seems like we were about to get a fight over here. And I mean, let's be honest too, Kawaki probably would have gotten whooped with how things are at the moment. But Boruto got hit by a sneak attack in the chest. Everyone's surprised in searching the attacker. It was Jura, and he commented that his attack missed Boruto's vital point. Delta is surprised that Jura can snipe them from that far of a distance. Sarada, who holds Boruto, tries to grab Hidari's thorn ball, but she got hit in her right arm as well. The thorn ball flew towards Jura. He grabbed it and noticed that Boruto knew about the thorn ball. He commented that Boruto has become too dangerous and that he expected and decided to kill Boruto by making Kawaki his prey. That's what he's decided. So to end that off, that's pretty much where it ends. It seems like Jura has retrieved this fruit, so shit is about to get crazy. And it seems like Kawaki is the main target right now while Boruto's down, so that Jura can use his power to finish Boruto once and for all. So do you guys think that means that Jura doesn't feel like he's strong enough on his own at the moment? Or do you think he's just trying to be sure and be safe here? Let me know what you think of that one in the comments below. But that's the summary portion. I'm going to cut over to some of the panels that we got, and we'll talk about those. Alright, so now we've switched gears to Howl's account, and we're going to look at some of the stuff is, very similar to what I reported in the summary, but the main thing is you're going to get to see some cool panels, so we're going to go through that. Again, I'm not going to click on them in full scale just so we avoid copyright, but if you do want to see the images in full scale, you can definitely go visit his Twitter account, and it's on there, so if you're interested in that, go for it. This is just talking about some of the stuff Boruto does, like he throws the shuriken at the claw grime and teleports behind Hidari. He uses the Uzuhiko, we know that. Sarada with the Chidori stream, we also are aware of that. Let's see what else we got. Pretty much Uzuhiko's being hyped up a lot too, because this kind of gives credit to Code, because Code is making it through here, although Boruto could have been holding back, but either Code's durability is really good, or Hidari might really just be ass in terms of durability. That's what the statement is being made. Kawaki comes here, for that final blow, so it kind of just takes all of Boruto's work. This is the sneak peek. There's actually a translated version, so I'm going to go to that. This is the sneak peek, and this is just, Boruto interacting with Konohamaru, also with a little bit with Sarada of what's going on in the situation right now, so that's there. Sumire on the cover here again. I also think this is a pretty solid solo cover. Let me know what you think. I feel like Hikimoto's done pretty well for the majority of the covers. So this is just another solid one in my opinion. So, now some panels. Boruto has arrived in style. So this is very resemblant of that chapter 1 panel of Two Blue Vortex. Boruto coming in to save Sarada yet again. Although Sarada definitely does play a huge role in this battle, but it's just a panel. Little English translation of this page right here, where Boruto's actually trusting Konohamaru to take Himawari in his hands. He says Konohamaru sensei, and that kind of catches him a little off guard. So little sensei student moment right there. We also have these two panels that are very resemblant to each other. One is all the way back in the, I want to say the second or third arc of Boruto, I feel, in the manga, and then now to what we got here in Two Blue Vortex. Crazy stuff. Jura over here isn't even paying attention to Kawaki, which, I find funny, because, Kawaki especially thinks he's, all that. And it just shows, I'm sure it's hitting Kawaki that he's not, as strong as he thinks anymore, because of these creatures popping up and how much Boruto's trained. So I find that funny, but Kawaki is due for a comeback, guys. If you're a Kawaki fan, don't lose hope. He's definitely going to get some sort of comeback because that final battle is going to have to be on more even terms because right now Boruto would definitely not really break a sweat on that. This is Boruto's Rasengan Uzuhiko. Look how crazy the panel looks. The damage is crazy. This is probably one of the crazier panels we've gotten in the Boruto manga when it comes to like the scale of damage. That is one thing I've heard people have complained about, like back in the first part of Boruto, let's say for even the anime, because sometimes, you know, people really want to see the surrounding stuff get destroyed more, especially since we were getting more of that back in the Naruto day. So it's cool to see we're getting some more of this. I do wish we would have gotten more of this in part 1, even though we did in some instances, but hopefully we're headed this route again. Boruto blasted Hidari to bits with the Uzuhiko. So that's that right there. Just shows you how his body pretty much disintegrated up there on the upper left. We come over here. This is Sarada's Chidori stream. So if you wanted to see that in action, there that is. Come up here. Boruto gave Hidari the Obito treatment, like I told you guys. When he used that shuriken, now he teleported right behind Hidari and hits him with that Rasengan Minato style. One of the sickest panels, I think, in this chapter. Really happy we got a call back to that. That was pretty cool stuff. Boruto and Sarada tag teaming on Hidari over here. Just some cool little action panels right there. Going forward, Kawaki has arrived and blows Hidari to bits. That's pretty much what this is. So if you wanted to see how that happened, it's pretty much he just comes in, enlarges his arm, and takes care of him, blasts him to death. Up here, we have Boruto's interaction with Kawaki, and Boruto also talking to Kashi and Koji. Kawaki is asking questions, and Boruto seems like he's about to answer something, but right then he gets sniped by Jura from the back. So, a little cheap shot, and I think this is a good way to take Boruto out at the moment, just so we can see what some others are going to do. Sarada tries to take the chakra fruit as well, and she gets sniped as well. So, Sarada and Boruto have both taken a sniper shot now. And it's going to be interesting now. What will Kawaki do next chapter? Will Konohamaru do something big? Like, you know, like a saving kind of sacrifice. Or maybe he has something up his sleeve. Most likely, I think we're going to get something from Kawaki of some sort. Boruto might get up too. I just don't know how they're going to go about it immediately. Final pages over here, which is Hidari's chakra fruit made its way to Jura. And he says he wants Boruto dead. So I think he's going to eat the fruit based off how we're going. That's pretty much it for the panels. He's going to eat the fruit, I'm pretty sure. And then after that, I think the plan is from based off the summary, he's going to go after Kawaki and try going for him too. If he does that, then Boruto's definitely going to be in trouble. So, going forward, this is going to be interesting, of course, but Chapter 12, I mean, just based on the spoilers alone, is insane. So much happened. I wasn't expecting Hidari to be taken care of already, but I like that everyone was, like, involved in some sort of way. It was cool seeing a Boruto-Sarada team up, and I do appreciate also we got some Konohamaru interactions, and he had, like, a little moment in there, too. Kawaki also got the ending kill, so everybody got a little bit of something. Maybe Sumire fans would want a little more personally, but that would be it. But all in all, that's it for the full spoilers. Let me know for sure what you think in the comments below. Did you enjoy this month's spoilers? Did you not? Definitely let me know your thoughts on the spoilers in the comments. And hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, be sure to hit the like button, subscribe. And I hope you guys have a good day or night whenever you guys are watching this video. I'm Rewinds, and I'm out.